time that our United Chiropractic Association is focusing on. It's in May, it's this week, and it's our time to tell you guys what chiropractic's about, what we do, how we can help, and its strapline this year is it's not just how you feel but how you function. An example of not just how you feel but how you function and its importance is with an example of like a heart attack. So often a person doesn't actually feel how their heart is functioning until it gets to a certain point in time where it's so not functioning that they actually have a heart attack, and that's the first sign. And what we find with people's bodies, and backs in particular, is that they often don't even realise that they've done something, and often it's done absolutely nothing but their back flares up. And that's a sign that actually it's been functioning not very well for a long time. So what Mike and I want to do is just tell you a few examples of what we found here in the clinic over the last few years about how good our clients can get, not just how they feel, but actually that they're able to achieve some massive great things and feats. So we're going to give you some case examples now.
Yeah, so this is a client of mine who was kind enough to allow me to share this. I'll read directly from what he wrote because it's really fantastic. So he could hardly walk a few yards without needing rest. Now I dance, go to the gym and started running, albeit very gently. And as a 61-year-old, I'm getting into the shape of my life. It's an example of someone who, over the course of over a year, went from a place of not being able to move at all, and in his 60s, obviously that's really difficult for the heart to cope with and for the body to cope with, turning that around and now actually achieving fitness that was vastly beyond how he was beforehand. And in fact, this is now a lot later on. We had the idea of him running 10Ks in 2018, and he achieved that 2 weeks ago, so well done. Yes, so this is one great example of someone who's really taken it to function. He's pushed himself further and further and further, and we've done it by tiny increments over a long period of time. You know, it's not about him running 10K straight away. So yeah, that's just one example.
I want to give you one example of mine. So I see a lot of families, a lot of pregnant women, a lot of children. And you might wonder, why would children or pregnant women come in and people who come in without any pain or any sort of problems? And again, the main reason is because function is really important. So for example, I had one pregnant lady, she had a difficult birth the first time. And this time we managed to do some sessions on her, and she actually had a fairly straightforward birth, which is what she really, really wanted, because I think she had a C-section the first time. So again, function, she wasn't in that much discomfort, but she came in to make sure that function was really, really important. Oh, I see so many families, and most of them are for well-being and health now, not for any specific problem. And again, they realise the importance of prevention and realising that how you feel isn't the only way of knowing how well your body works.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. So one of the things that we really treat a lot of as well, and I certainly treat a lot of, is people that are aging and want to retain as much as they can, but also even progress their fitness. So one terrifying statistic, is that 1 in 3 elderly people, yeah, I know, 1 in 3 elderly people will fall every year, and 35% of those, so a further third, will go to hospital because of that fall. Now that leads to lack of mobility. In hospital for a long time, they lose a lot of muscle mass, they're less mobile when they come out, and this leads to what we see as a very steadily declining health into old age. And yet we have clients in their 80s that are...
And 90s?
Yeah, and 90s that are unbelievably fit and capable of movement. And this is only done through taking a really positive view on healthcare. So that's certainly something to consider.
Yeah, no, definitely. So we just want to shout out to all those chiropractors out there for Spinal Awareness Week this week. Comment, post below. We'd love to hear about how chiropractic has helped you as well. So post below and we'll try and get back to as many of you as possible. So take care, enjoy the week.
Lots of love, guys. See you later.